Greetings and salutations, beautiful souls. I'm sending you my most sincere regards on this beautiful day. Coming at you from Vilcabamba, Ecuador. It's finally getting sunny here. We've been in the heart of the rainy season. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you the journey so far when it comes to health, well-being, and particularly nutrition, particularly physical solid food, and where I have been in the journey and where I'm heading. So let's get started here. So it is February 2021, so we're gonna go back 2 years ago here, to about almost exactly 2 years ago, actually. Almost, I'm not sure exact date, but let's say January/February of 2019 is when I got introduced to Arnold Ehret's book, The Mucusless Diet, and I liked it. It made a lot of sense to me, and it's essentially fruitarianism, in a nutshell, and leafy greens. But basically, the premise of the book, and it was the same philosophy as Dr. Sebi, who also was influenced by Arnold Ehret, Robert Morse, John Rose, many modern philosophers and health practitioners who have also grasped this concept that human is the only creature that cooks their food, and that creates immense toxicity, and that causes aging, that causes early death, because humans are supposed to live really long. And of course, I'm not going to get into man's higher consciousness here, which is basically like the Fruitarian Bible. But anyway, essentially I got introduced into this work 2 years ago. Made a lot of sense to me. I was having lots of health issues, particularly in my intestines. I had what people would call irritable bowel syndrome, which pretty much everyone has, really. That's essentially just a fancy science name for a clogged up intestine, okay? So, for years and years before, I have been looking for solutions for my irritable bowel syndrome because I had such a clogged up intestine. I've taken every supplement you can think of. I've taken magnesium because it's supposed to be good for constipation. I've done everything, fiber, you name it. I got the husk, the fiber husk thing. You drink it and it's supposed to give you, move things along, but it's like it's an irritant essentially. Coffee, I was an avid coffee drinker because it would help me go to the toilet, and so I had been suffering with the intestine issues for years prior to that. And what I've been eating is, every day I would have at minimum once a day piece of meat, like a big piece of salmon or a big piece of chicken. Eggs was also a regular daily thing for me. So years and years of mistreatment of my body, of my intestines, of my digestive tract, has led me to a very congested and clogged up intestine. And so I have been desperate at the time. I've tried every diet in the book. Guys, I'm not kidding. With the exception of a pure carnivore diet, but it was close. But seriously guys, I've tried everything there is. Okay, I've tried the keto diet, I've tried the vegan keto diet, the regular keto diet. So the closest I got to the carnivore diet was keto, right? So keto. Because keto is, you want to have just primarily fats. So I've tried everything you can think of. I've tried low carbs, high fat. I've tried high fat, high carb, low fat. I've tried everything you can think of, guys. Everything there is, okay? I've tried cooked vegan. I've tried everything. But one thing I haven't tried at the time was just eating raw, and particularly fruits. And when I got introduced to the idea and I read the book, or I listened to it. You can listen to it online. Go look it up on YouTube. The Mucusless Diet, Healing System. Something clicked, and I'm like, interesting. Wait, maybe humans are just kind of doing this whole food thing wrong. So I wanted to give, just like I've given everything there is other than this, I wanted to give this a shot, and I tried it, and I tried to just eat fruits. And in the beginning it was rough, and I was farting a lot, and I was like, okay, still I'm having these intestine issues, but I persisted with the method, and the day by day, I started to have, okay, my intestines kind of emptying and emptying and emptying and emptying. Then I stumbled upon John Rose's videos, and he is a big avid promoter of juice fasting. So I got myself a juicer, I got myself a bunch of watermelons, and I did a 21-day juice fast, which wasn't just watermelon juice, and it wasn't just fresh juice. I've also had pasteurized juice, but nevertheless, by the end of the 21 days, I was like, what the fuck? My intestines have transformed completely. I did not know that you can experience emptiness in there, peace, right? I was beginning in the early stages of needing less sleep, okay? Didn't get there yet, but I was beginning to experience, okay? And I was like, this shit makes sense. You know, we've been all duped here. You know, we've been handed down belief systems that tell us you need to eat this and that, when in reality those were all poisons. So let's say I knew the truth right there and then, experientially, all right? Intellectually and experientially. So basically, let's say from January or February of 2019 to about August, and I'll tell you why August in a second. So for about 6-7 months, I was practically almost 100% fruitarian, with exception cases here and there. Okay, I would go on like a, let's say I would go 1 week fruitarian, then I'll have some nuts, some cashews, right? But for a good 6-7 months, I was, let's say, 90 to 95% fruitarian. And I've done a 21-day juice fast, and I loved it. I knew right there and then experientially, this is the truth, right? I was still working out at the time. I still had a muscular body. I knew that it was all bullshit, that you need protein, you need to eat this and that, okay? Again, experience is the best teacher, right? So, comes August, and I leave Canada in August 2019, and I go to Thailand. Then I go to Thailand, and I want to try some of the Thai food, and I want to try new things, and so that was the period where I switched from fruitarian. So I, just to give you a little bit of, again, context, before January 2019, I was eating salmon every day, eggs every day, bananas, avocados. Like I was just having a balanced, quote unquote, balanced diet, right? Gotta get your protein, animal protein. So you get that from eggs and salmon. At the time, I stopped eating meat, and chicken was an occasional thing. So I was into fish. And then August comes, August of 2019, and I want to try like new dishes and stuff, right? You're in a new country. I was in the island Koh Phangan. They've got a lot of vegan restaurants there. So it's like, all right, I guess maybe now we go into the vegan phase, right? So I'd go to these vegan restaurants, I'd have meals, but still I would do like periods of 3-day coconut water fast, right? Coconuts are all over the islands in Thailand. But still, I would say from that stage, from August 2019 to about February 2020, was the vegan / fruitarian phase. Okay, so I wasn't totally fruitarian. So I would have periods. I would go like 5 days, just fruits, a week just fruits, maybe 3 days coconut water, and then I'd have like a week. I'd go to these restaurants and have all these cooked vegan things, potatoes, you name it. Okay, right, you name it. So that continued between August 2020 to about February 2020, August 2019, sorry, to about February 2020, so a year ago. Again, I will emphasize there were strong periods of fasting, strong periods of just fruitarianism, but then, so I'd go periods essentially, right? I'd go either hardcore or I just let myself loose and I just eat like your standard vegan foods, okay? All right. Moving to February 2020, I go to Qatar and I visit my family and I let myself go completely, okay? Completely let myself go. I let my mom make all these vegan foods for me and I just eat, for 3 weeks I was there. All right, so for the last year, I would say, I have not been a fruitarian whatsoever, okay? I have been just, let's say, eating vegan stuff. Okay, that's the best way to describe it. For a year. And it's a big difference. I mean, I know now from experience, it's a huge difference, right? I am a firm knower, not a believer, a knower that humans do not need food, and I am in the pursuit of the pranic path. Okay, so that's, you know, ultimately my path, right? And there are steps and levels to this, and Fruitarian is a great first step. Now, it is time for me to go back to that, because I mean, it's a huge difference to eat just vegan, like cooked anything, including fruits. Fruits are vegan, right? And there's another thing to do just fruits. And it is time for me now to do what I know is right and do what I know is optimal health. There's different levels to health, and I do want to bring about a new reference point to health. Okay? It is time for me now to get on the path again. Alright, it is time. I've had my fun for a year. Okay? In those 6 months prior to that, 6-7 months, I have experienced truly what it's like to have an empty intestine, what it's like to have more energy, what it's like to have more clarity. I have truly experienced that for myself, and I missed that, and I knew, even when I went to Thailand, and I'm like, I'm gonna let myself go. When I went to Qatar and beyond, I knew I would have to come back to this. And it is time, my friends, to get back to this. Alright, so, what's happening? And I'm gonna say it in here, because when you put it out there and you hold yourself accountable, you put it in the public, you know, I'm going to do 6 months. It's funny how history repeats itself. Like, I think I did those 6 months again, like February 2019 until about August, July, August. So it's funny how things are repeating themselves. So this time I'm going to be more strict, because those 6-7 months I was still, you know, from time to time having cashews. I love cashews, right? I was from time to time having cashews, mushrooms, things like that, right? Sometimes potatoes, like sweet potatoes. But from February 1st, 2021 until August 1st, 2021, 6 months minimum here, 6 months, all right? I am going to go strictly fruitarian. And all of this for me is transition into the pranic state, right? So, February 1st, 2021 to August 1st, 2021, I am going to be going strictly, eating strictly, putting in my body strictly fruits, okay? What are fruits? So fruits are anything that grows. I mean, you can look up the official, I mean, cashews are a fruit, right? They're a fruit, check it out. So, you know, there's like the technical scientific definition, all right? So I'm not gonna get too hung up on that. For me, fruits are anything sweet, fruity, right? Fruity, sweet. Bananas, dates, mangoes, papayas, watermelon, you know. Now there's 2 fatty fruits that are considered fruits also, and that's avocados and coconuts. All right, so those slow down the detox considerably, all right, but they're still counted as fruits. But cashews are also counted as fruits, right? So for the sake of this, I'm going to count avocados and coconuts as part of fruits, meaning I am allowed to eat avocados and coconuts in the 6 months phase, in the 6 months period, which again will be February 1st, 2021 until August 1st, 2021. So I am allowed to eat those. However, I'm going to be eating them sparingly, because they do slow down the detox. There have been a lot of buildup of mucus in my body. I know it, I feel it. Same thing in my intestines. So it's going to be quite intense probably in the first week or 2, right? If you try to go just like watery fruits, you're going to feel the detox, you know, in the first couple of weeks, right? It's depending on where you're coming from, right? If you're coming from like a, you know, a cooked vegan background, yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you know, those foods are really not good. They're really mucus forming, you know. Potatoes, cooked potatoes, lentils, things like that, really, really mucus forming, guys, right? So I'm allowing avocados and coconuts. They are technically fruits, but I'm allowing them also. You know, they're sort of like anomalies, right? I am allowing them, but I'm going to be having them sparingly. And you know, the idea actually is to just, you know, in a month or 2, switch off to just sweet fruits. Okay, just straight up sweet fruits. Now, some of you guys may be new to this concept. Why fruitarianism? What's going on? I have videos on this, but I will explain in the future videos. Okay, I will talk more about fruitarianism. Okay, and what makes fruits the ideal physical food for humans. All right. So, yeah, that's what's up. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it right here. Now, look. If you'd like to join this movement here, if you'd like to start maybe 6 months of just fruitarianism, or maybe you want to just do a month, you want to hop in for a month, whatever it is, I mean, you're more than welcome. Okay, this maybe can be inspiring to you because you'll know that somebody you watch, a YouTuber you watch, is also doing this in parallel to you. And then, of course, because I'm going to be doing it, I'm going to be making lots of videos on it. So maybe, you watching my videos are going to keep you motivated and inspired to do this, right? If you want to take it a step further, I have a Patreon group. Okay, it's a mastermind group. And if you'd like, you can pledge your support on Patreon and then join the group. It's a Telegram group. And then that group acts as a support group. Right, so I'm putting this challenge in the group, and we've got about 4 or 5 people right now in the group. So I'm not sure if somebody's gonna be up for the challenge, but nevertheless, all it takes is one person, right? I'm doing it, so this group acts like a support group. So if you would like, join the Patreon, pledge your support. I'll add you to the Telegram group if you're interested to do this challenge, and it acts like a support group. One of the functions of this group is to act as a support group for fasting, for cleaning up your diet, etc., etc., etc. So check it out. Check out the link in the Patreon as well. Okay, I'm really excited to do this alongside you guys. Okay, this is gonna also give us a lot of videos on this because I notice if I'm doing something right now, then I want to make videos on it naturally, because I'm experiencing the pros, the cons, the benefits, the detox, etc. And I'd like to share it with you guys, right? So look out for these videos. They're going to be coming a lot in the upcoming months, in the upcoming days, weeks, and months. I think that's about it. Yeah, so yeah, check out the link for the Patreon. I thank all the people that support us on Patreon, all the people that give us send us one-time donations on PayPal. I love you guys. I'm also doing video calls, one-on-one chats. So if you're interested in arranging something like that, I have the link down below in the description. Sending you guys love, gratitude, and until next time, may the force be with you.